Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I didn't expect it to be frosty. Didn't expect it to be frosty this morning when I came out, and it is. And so now I have to wait for the car to frost so I can see where the fuck I'm going. I feel a lot better after the chiropractor yesterday. That was nice. Feel a lot better. And I even made an appointment for next week. So there we go. Hear the frost. Okay, I wonder if it'll come off the window that easy. Ooh, yeah, it did. That's nice. Cool. So I don't have to wait for it to go frost that much. Awesome. I'll just give it a few more minutes though. Oh. Woke up in the middle of the night again. Ugh. 1:45. Oh. 1:45. Awesome. But you know, that was my normal 4 hours. You know, I slept for 4 hours. It's what we do. It's how we do. You know? There we go. There goes the rest of the frost. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause you. I need to go out and wipe off my little headlights, those things. Okay, hold on. Let me pause you. Okay. Had to wipe my baby's eyes. Oh, there we go. Now we can get going. Oh, washed my compression glove. Washed it. That's why I haven't had it the last few days, because I put it in the laundry and then didn't do laundry. Oh well. I've been doing pretty good with it though. Without it, I mean. Gotta watch out for the deer. Because it's that time. That time of the morning and just the right temperature. I accidentally scared a doe yesterday. I felt so bad. She was trying to eat. I didn't see her. She was camouflaged so well. I did not even see her. And I opened the back door and went out talking to the cats. As soon as I stepped out the door, I was talking. And I startled her and she took off running. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. She was eating. And I was like, well, they need to eat, the poor babies. We changed the clock soon. Not looking forward to that. I already don't get enough sleep. I don't need to lose any. No, the way I'm going to look at it, oh wow, they still have that lane blocked off down there. Good thing I'm not going that way today, huh? The way I'm going to look at it is, I'm not losing any sleep because I only sleep 4 hours a day anyway, so it doesn't matter which 4 hours. It's only I only get 4 hours anyway, so it doesn't matter which 4 hours I get at the beginning or at the end. It doesn't matter. I'll still only sleep 4 hours. That's how I'm going to look at it. Everyone else that sleeps like a normal person is like, oh, I'm going to lose sleep. I lose sleep all the time. Yeah, see, there's a doe right there. She's walking up into the trees. Yeah, I lose sleep all the time. I only get 4 hours a day, so I'm not losing anything. I'm still only going to get 4 hours. One day I will sleep all night and it will be wonderful. I did a couple weeks ago. I posted it in the community. I slept like the entire night. It was crazy. Like, I think twice this month I actually slept an entire night, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And it's so funny because I only had 4 hours of sleep last night, which is normal, but everybody at work is always like, you're always so peppy and so so full of energy. I wish I had your energy. But what they don't know is that that's me trying to keep myself awake, trying to keep myself going for an entire day, through an entire day, that I'm struggling and fighting with everything I have to get through the day. It's not that I have a lot of energy. I'm just like really draining myself to put out there so that I can keep myself awake, aware. You know, I'm exhausted. Not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. I really would love to sleep for about a week, just like a week of don't have to go anywhere, don't have to do anything, you know. They don't know that that's just me trying to keep myself motivated so I can stay awake all day. They think I'm just full of energy. No, I'm digging that shit up from like super fucking deep in my soul to keep myself going for the entire day. And then once I get home, I have nothing left. And I'm just like, I have to force myself to cook, and I have to force myself to do anything else, and then I go to bed. I cook, I eat, I go to bed, because there's nothing left by the time I get home. There's nothing left. It's sheer force of will. That's all it is. It's sheer force of will. I don't know what else to tell anybody. Like, no, you don't get it, but okay, if that's what you want to think. Okay, if that's what you want to think, go for it. Yeah, I sleep 10 hours a day, if that's what you want to think. Boundless energy. Yeah, if that's what you want to think, you go right ahead. But yeah, nothing new going on. Oh, yeah, there kind of is. There kind of is. I'm going to share a story. Nobody's going to think it's funny but me and my sisters. We thought it was fun. We had laughed about it. Because if you really think about it, it is funny, okay? It's just funny. That's the sense of humor that we have. Dad gets in these moods where he starts feeling sorry for himself, right? He thinks he's got it so bad. There are people in this world that have it so fucking bad, so much worse than he does. And he refuses to acknowledge it. He thinks that his is like the most horrific shit that anybody has to endure. And I'm like, dude, there's people so much worse off than you. But he goes through these things where he feels sorry for himself, right? Well, I told you about how he's all the time going, oh, I wish somebody would just kill me. Oh, I wish I could just die. But that's not the funny part. He's always going, oh, I have $1,000 right now. I'll pay to anybody that'll kill me. And I'm just like, yeah, you're not worth going to prison for. Sorry. Not gonna do it. And he was saying, he said this a few times too. He's like, if I wasn't such a goddamn coward, I'd just do it myself. Okay, this is what he says. I'm so tired of living. If I wasn't such a fucking coward, I'd do it myself. I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. We don't take it seriously because it's him just feeling sorry for himself. And he does that a lot. Has his little pity party. And so we just ignore it. And let him ramble on because that's what he does. But yesterday he was all, and y'all are gonna think I'm terrible for laughing at this, but if you really think about it, in like not in the context that you would normally take it in, but the context in which I intend it, which is two totally different things, right? Because I'm telling you, this shit's like a fucking movie script. I can't fucking make this shit up. But he was going on and on yesterday about, well, since nobody will do it for me, I guess I'll just have to blow my fucking brains out. And he's like going on and on about how he's gonna blow his brains out. And I'm trying not to laugh, okay? Trying really hard not to laugh because I know he's frustrated and I know he's having a hard time. I get it. I understand. I really do. But he's just going on and on about how he's going to blow his brains out. Where's the best place for me to do it? I'll probably on the porch because I don't want to mess up the house. And he's just going on all day yesterday. He's having a pity party and talking about he was going to blow his brains out. I texted my sisters to let them know that he was having one of his days, that he was having his pity party and talking about he was just going to go ahead and do it. I just need to, I'm going to do it. I mean it. I'm going to do it for real. I'm going to do it. And my sister, and I'm thinking in my head, right? Because he's telling me this and I'm thinking in my head, dude, you can't even fucking grip a glass. How are you gonna pull the trigger of a fucking gun? I'm sorry, this makes me sound terrible, but it's the truth. This is the truth, okay? This is where my brain went. And since this is for me and not for anybody else, y'all are just innocent bystanders to my insanity. So that's where my brain went, and I was trying not to laugh. And when I texted my sisters and told my sisters about it, my one sister texted me back with a laughing emoji saying, he can't even pick up the gun. He doesn't have the strength to pull the trigger. I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. and I I said, either that or he'll try and he'll miss and shoot a hole through the fucking house or break something, or he'll drop it and break something since he drops everything. So he'll either drop it or he'll and break something, or he'll shoot a hole through the wall because he'll miss. We were all three sending laughing emojis back and forth because it's funny. It makes us sound like horrible people, but when you've been going through this shit for so long and you're so used to his, his dramatics, because he's so dramatic. We were laughing. Like, yeah, he'll probably fucking drop it and break something. It'll accidentally go off and shoot a hole in something important. And then I'll have to fucking pay to replace it and be like, see what you did? You throwing a fucking fit. See what you did? But yeah. That's what was happening yesterday. It was funny. We go through so much shit that I just can't anymore. I feel like I don't have it in me anymore to just be normal. What is normal? Why do I say that? I just get to be normal. Because, do you want to know why? You want to know why? Because there is one time in my entire life, only one, where I felt normal. And I can't even remember why. I mean, I know what was kind of going on during that time, but I don't know, was I on medication? I don't think I was. And it was just like, everything just I felt normal for the first time in my entire life. And what I mean by that is I was like, I just sat there. I remember sitting there and thinking, this must be what normal people feel like. Because I felt like I was losing my mind, quite honestly, for the longest time. And then suddenly everything was just so clear and so wow. Like, this must be what normal people feel like all the time. And I was so happy, but it didn't last long. It only lasted like a few weeks. And then I was like, okay, I guess it's back to being crazy. Oh, shit. I already ate my breakfast. I ate my breakfast because I've been up since 1:30. I ate first breakfast, so now I'm gonna have to, when I go in there, buy second breakfast. Brought my lunch. This time it's not liquidy, so it's not gonna leak everywhere. It's Spanish rice. I made some Spanish rice the other night, and there was still some left over. So it's Spanish rice, and I brought my dippy Fritos. Because I love my dippy Fritos with my Spanish rice. It's wonderful. So I have that. My crackers. Let's put those in my locker. Okay, I think that's everything you need out of there right now. There. Okay, I'm here and I've got all my shit together. So I'm good. I'm gonna take these shoes off for a minute because I need to sit crisscross applesauce so I can be comfortable. I'm not comfortable with my legs down. I always either have to have one leg up like this or sitting cross-legged like this to have both my legs up, or like this to have both my legs up. I always have to have at least one leg up, or else I'm very uncomfortable. I don't know what that's about. I guess it has to do with my back. But I can't sit and be comfortable for too long with my legs down. I have to have at least one up. And it's always this one. If I can only have one up, it's got to be the left leg. Like that. Or both of them. But it's so hard to sit for a long period of time with both my legs down. Oh, that feels better though. So this is what I do at lunch. I come out here and I take my shoes off and I sit crisscross applesauce so that I can be comfortable in the car. Sometimes I'll like lean back, prop my feet up. I don't know. I'm just glad I got to the chiropractor yesterday, and I'm glad that I have another appointment coming up next week. I'm glad about that. I really am. Because I need it. I was telling him about when I fell. I said, luckily I landed in the grass. I kind of yeeted myself off to the... When I slipped and fell, I yeeted myself off to the side and landed in the grass. It was better than landing on the pavement. So, yeah, there was that. Oh, I got my toothpaste today. I'm not out of toothpaste. I am never out of toothpaste, okay? Every single time I go to the dentist, every single time my son goes to the dentist, we are inundated with toothpaste. All right? He gave me a sample of one. And I was out of my Sensodyne that I normally use, which I don't need anymore, by the way, ever since I got those root canals. No sensitivity. Okay. But he gave me a sample of one, and it was slightly different. Normally they give me the Colgate Optical White or something. It's the one in the shiny red box. Okay, that's just a normal whitening toothpaste, right? That's normally what they give me. Well, the last time I went, he gave me a sample, and I just tossed them in the cabinet. He gave me a sample of a clinical one. It's Colgate Optical White Clinical. And he gave me a sample of that, and I had run out of the Sensodyne, and I was like, well, let me just grab one of these out of there. Didn't look at it. I just thought they were all the same because they were in a shiny red box. So I pulled it out of there. I use it, and I'm like, wow, this is really nice. It makes your teeth squeaky. Like when you go and get cleaned at the dentist and you can hear the squeakiness. When I'm brushing my teeth with this stuff, I hear the squeakiness. It's like my teeth are squeaky clean. And I really liked it. It really whitened my teeth a lot. And then I used all of it. And then when I used all of it, I went to grab another one thinking they were all that now, you know. They were not. They were all the other one, the other optic white, whatever, the regular one. But I still used it because I like it. I like the squeakiness. With, you know, I know my teeth are clean because they're squeaky. So yeah, there's that. So I need to get some of the clinical one or professional one or something. It either says clinical or professional or something. I don't know. But I liked it. It was nice. It was really nice. And some cotton pads. We use those a lot. Clean our faces, and I use them for my manicures, my pedicures, stuff like that. Today was wash day. As you can tell, my hair looks really fluffy. Well, you can't tell because I have it in a headband, but if I took it out of the headband, it was fluffy. Super fluffy today. Super fluffy. It's supposed to be dry today and get up all the way up to like 50 or something. That's pretty nice. It's only 28 right now, but it's supposed to by the time I leave work, it'll be like 50 degrees. I was gonna wear short sleeves, but I couldn't find a short sleeve t-shirt that I wanted to wear, so I just put this one on. I'll just roll the sleeves up, whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's gonna be above 30. No, I have to wear short sleeves so that I don't roast to death inside, because I don't know what they have that heat set on in there, but let me tell you, it is freaking hot in there. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy how hot it is in there. And then they send me to the back room to pick. So I'm back there picking, and the fucking air's blowing on me while I'm standing on a fucking ladder. It's blowing right in my fucking face. Like, the hell? I can't take it. And I forgot to charge my fan. I had to take my fan in there, the one that I wear around my neck. I had to take it in there with me the other day, and I used it till it died because I was dying. I was back there fucking sweat running. My back was wet. And I was like, this is ridiculous how fucking hot it is in there. No. I can't survive at that kind of temperature. I just really can't. I really can't. I had the thermostat at 65 when Dad was in the hospital. The furnace kicked on once in the morning, and then it wouldn't kick on for the rest of the day. And it was the first time in 10 years that I've been comfortable in the fucking house. First time in 10 years I've been comfortable in my own goddamn house, okay? That I haven't been like, Jesus, what are you doing? Trying to grow fucking palm trees in here or what? You know? And my son was not happy about it though. That's a little too cold for him. He likes it at like 72, 71, 72. I was like, fuck that. 65, bitch. Go down, go down, go down. I probably, if it had just been me in the house, 60. It would have been 60 in that fucking house. Trust me, it would have been 60 in that house. If it had been just me. The only reason I put it at 65 is for my son, because I knew he could tolerate 65, but I knew he wasn't going to go for 60. But that's what it would have been. That's what it would have been. Dude, I can't even wear sleeves. I can't even wear a shirt in my own fucking house. I'm walking around the house in a goddamn tank top all the time. Because I can't wear it. I can't even wear a fucking t-shirt in the house. It's too goddamn hot. He keeps it at like 74 or some crap. That's too much. That's way too much. So anyway. Oh, I found a hack. I saw a hack. For the itching in the ears. that nasal spray. It's an allergy nasal spray. Nasacort, I think. They said to spray it onto a Q-tip and like rub it in your ear. I don't know if that's going to work for menopause. Is that really going to work? I don't know, but damn, I'm ready to try anything because the outsides of my ears itch. But then when it itches on the inside, it feels like I need to scratch my brain because it's like so deep in there and there's nothing I can do to make it stop. So I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm probably going to have to try anything at this point. I tried olive oil. I was like, let me put some olive oil in there. Maybe that'll help a little bit, you know? Maybe it'll be fine. It didn't work. It didn't help. It didn't help. It just itched. And then I scratched and it was oily. I just scratched and it was greasy. I don't know. The things that we have to live with, I guess. What anyone would... No, I can't say that. I was going to say why anyone would want to be a woman. I don't know, but I can't say that. I kind of like it sometimes. There are no real advantages, though. There really aren't any advantages to being a woman. There really aren't. But I still kind of like it. Oh, well. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I could go back and choose if I would still choose to be born as a woman or if I would choose to be born as a man. I don't know. They have most of the advantages, seems like. I don't know. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. I don't feel like getting that deep and philosophical right now. That's too heavy for this early in the morning. Okay? I'm going to listen to some music, get my head on right, and then go in and get second breakfast. Okay. Anyway, do your best. Try not to die. Okay? And thanks for coming by.